Good morning, fishing freaks. This morning we're gonna go frog fishing. Our shop manager told me about that spot. It's awesome. 4 or 5 different ponds all close together, all with a bunch of vegetation. This one is like a super small one, but everything has like super nice grass lines and stuff, super nice cover. And I'm so pumped to fish here. I'm gonna try today to knock almost all my frogs out before I have to go to work. But anyways, let's grip some lips. Ooh, that looks good. Got one. Oh no, come on. There we go. Nice little chunk. First fish on the day on this little guy here. It's kind of like a frog paired up with a whopper plopper. You basically just reel it in and this little thing in the back is spinning and blop, 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 blop. That's pretty fun to fish and pretty cool to cover a lot of water. Pretty sturdy hooks. I like that thing a lot. So you can pop it pretty close here to the cover. Oh, come on. He launched out of the water. I don't know if you couldn't see it. This frog is the Gabacho from Jekyll. It comes in super cool colors. That's like a bluegill pattern. It's a popping frog. It's right off the box. Is for my taste a little bit stiff. So I boiled it for a while, and you can see maybe, I don't know if you can see it. It has already some open gaps from fishing, from working it and hooking up and fish and get tangled up and stuff. I also opened that hole here a little bit more where the air comes out, so it gets a lot softer. It's really nice because when you throw it in cover, because that bump here, your hooks are super nice protected. What I actually don't like, but that frog has still a really good hookup ratio. And the only thing what works a lot better is if you give them a little bit of time. When they grab it, I really let them go underwater with this, and then I set the hook. If you set the hook right away, I didn't have really good hookup ratios with it. And that's also the only frog where I leave the legs and the tail. I didn't trim anything. It works because this one has such a crazy walk that the tail is basically always pretty close to that frog anyways. Yeah, this is one of my favorite frogs. You can pop it. It pops really good. It walks awesome. It's a really nice beginner frog when people want to try or want to learn how to walk a frog. That would be perfect. Maybe not the best for the hookup ratio, but if you're good with this frog, you're good with every frog. For example, when I throw it in open water like this, I like to let it sit for a second and then pop it. Work it first like a popper. Just because if there is fish sitting in a deeper in the deeper water, I might have a chance to pull them up. I do this a couple times, and if I don't get a bite, I start just walking it. Maybe I take a break after, I don't know, a couple feet, pop it again. There's a fish jumping. Gonna fish that line again. At least one more time. Got him. This time got him. Whew, dude. Is that the same fish? It looks a little bit like the same fish. Dude, where? No, it's a smaller fish. Still got some shoulders. They're like really short strikers. It's just barely in his mouth. Okay, Bubba. So we cut this one on the Gabacho finally. I really like that frog. That fish here in that pond, they're so aggressive that most of the time they miss the lure. They launch out of the water and not even get the frog. Definitely a good spot this morning. If they didn't miss, I had already 5 bass just on this spot here. Just went over here in the channel to show you guys how to walk a frog. You see, I just twitch it like super soft. You can see this here. I really just use kind of like my fingertip And that's really finesse what I'm doing. Popping frogs walk most of the time super easy, and you also can just switch it and pop. That's a little bit close. And pop it like a normal popper. But I prefer really to walk all my frogs. And the presentation is actually super finesse. In the moment when you get a bite, it's just lights out. Come on. Ooh, that's a good one. Bam. Go. So we had already a bite on this guy here. It's the spit and walk from river to sea. It's the first day I'm fishing with it. That's a lot of fun. It spits, and that's where the name comes from, spit and walk. But also it's really wide. It's a really wide body, so it looks a little bit different as the most frogs. You have a lot bigger profile on the water. You probably draw not as much strikes, but bigger fish. Also, I realized black lures, everything what's black top water, I think they bring a little bit bigger bites. But now I'm gonna switch this guy here. And what is really cool on this frog is, first looks pretty dope. It's a bluegill pattern or shad pattern from the bottom better. Like the lower part is more like a shad. What's really cool on this frog, it has here kind of like a fish eye, so the profile looks more like a dead fish on the water, and it has a rattle in there. So that frog has another feature. It's like that pad here on top. When it's wet and they take the frog, it's supposed to be stick better on their gum. They don't spit it so easy. I don't know if that really works, but I think they look good, and I think that's cool that they have like that reflection eye in there and the rattle, so something really different. Also with this frog, I'm gonna cut the legs a little bit down. And the reason why we do this is, if the legs are too long, the chance is really big that they short strike it and they just grab the legs. If the legs are shorter, they grab the whole thing, and your chances on landing the fish is a lot bigger. There we go. Oh, looks good. Let's see if we can catch a fish on it. Just try to catch one quick on the Senko because I'm gonna film a TikTok video. So, if you like TikTok, it's just Chip Nesbitt, same name as here on YouTube. Oh, right. Got him. Baby bass. That's a baby. Look at this guy. Come on, Bubba. We want your mom or your grandma. Go back and tell her. Those hooks are, by the way, they're awesome. The weed guard is made out of titanium, so you have to flip him down a little bit to get through it. And just pull it through, and it's always in a perfect position. Oh, it's like spring. It goes over it back in its actual shape. Okay, let's do the frog video first, I guess. Change the spot. Again? That's rude. Got him! Oh, I think that's just a bunch of press. Set my hook and thought, that's a good fish. Nope. It's no fish. Just sell it, bro. See you. Right behind me. Now I got you. Yes, sir. There we go, bro. Whew. Beautiful fish. Just a little bit feisty. That fella. Ooh. Gonna fly, I'm sorry. Oh no, 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 dude. Okay, bye, Bubba. See, but there's a big fish. I don't know if that's a bass or a carp. Standing here on the bridge and try to figure that out. Now we're far enough. There we go. I try to go over here without falling in the water. Oh, almost. That's a pretty fish, like always. So we just got one on this one. I would say that's my favorite frog. It's from river to sea. It's the Bolivar. I think it's Bolivar 2. And the color is Little Elm. You see it's already completely torn up. I caught so many fish on it. It's come straight off the box, like super soft. You don't have to boil them or anything. The only thing what I did, I trimmed a little bit the legs, but that's all. It's basically perfect right off the box. It has super stout hooks. You don't have to worry about bending them or anything. The only thing what you can't do is bend them a little bit out, a little bit. But I've never had any issues to set the hook with them. Hookup ratio is awesome. And when I just got it, I tried it, and I never had a problem. So that's really my go-to frog if it's not still dark outside and I want just cover water. This frog is good near grass mats, on grass mats, open water, everything. It walks really good because it has that keel here. It has a really nice tight action when you walk it. You can walk it really erratic and it rolls over, and I think then I get the most aggressive bites. But I'm getting super aggressive bites in general on this frog. I don't know if it's the action or the color of it. I love that frog. This frog is awesome. So the next in line would be this weirdo. I'm not a fan of that weird legs here. Even like the mouth, everything is so like super soft. I don't think that thing has a good action at all. I mean, I definitely fished it before, but yeah, I don't think I was a fan of it. But today's the day. We have to catch a fish on it, I guess. Oh, I have caught. Oh. Say the thing casts a mile. As weird as it is, it casts a mile. Was a fisherman, 100% sure. He was too excited to see me. He doesn't know me. So I saw already all around this pond here leftover from craws. That means jig fishing is here probably pretty good. That's probably their main source. That might be why topwater just works here super early in the morning and then it dies down. They probably switched and feed from the ground because if they have a bunch of food here, like wandering around on the ground, why they would chase shad or whatever. Whoa. So if you guys want to see a jig video, maybe we can compare like finesse jigs with bigger jigs or something. What catches more fish in the summer, something like that. Just leave me a comment down below. We'll do a jig video next. By the way, for those people that ask me all the time to show my gear, I got something new in the mail and I used it today already. Besides frogs, it's not a frog. That's a little hint. Maybe you can figure out what it is. That frog weirds me out. I don't really like it. Also, I don't know really how to fish it. It's like a weird little fella. Doesn't really has a nice action what I'm actually looking for when I frog fish. It doesn't really pops really good, and it doesn't walk. Got one. Ooh. Come on, boy. There we go. Finally caught a fish on that little weird frog. Nice little chunker. Okay, my friends, I have to work today. I'm already pretty late. We're gonna go home now, and then I'm gonna wrap up the video there. So see you in a bit. So I'm finally got home, showered, changed my clothes. I'm ready for work. I'm really in a hurry right now. But I just want to say thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. And for everyone who's new, like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. I'm out. See you guys next time. Peace.